Chapter. Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of the Club 100 SP60 Super Heavyweight Championship from the perspective of Rich T Racing. Last time out at Buckmore Park we got a very solid second place, a very important result in the context of the championship at a track we know very well and go very well at. This time we are at Rye House, a track we don't know very well and don't go very well at, and that was reflected in qualifying where there is a new man on pole position. It's not me, Richard or Dickie, it's Christopher Heath, setting a 43.510 to go into P21, up or down in P21, however you want to look at it. Then it's me in 23rd, just behind him, and then just behind me, as ever, it is Mr. Richard Newton just on my entrails. Then it's the Stig Elboff in P26, Peter Gillette in P28, and Stuart Kirk in P30. Moving on to the next lot, we've got Simon Lish in P31, Stephen Farmer P32, Tim Randall P33, Daniel White P34, Lee Barrow P35, and James Freeman in P36. Moving on to the last guy on the grid, a slightly smaller grid compared to Buckmore, it is the return of Mr. Yeran Liu. Welcome back, Mr. at Buckmore. So yeah, not a track that suits the super heavyweight driver, this one. Just going to have to see where we can end up in this one. The good news is we've got Richard behind us and it's Christopher in front of us. Let's just see what we can do, mixing in with the heavyweights as well, as we are now go for race number one here at Rye House, sticking to the inside line for the start. No way anyone's going to be able to come around the outside at this moment in time to stick it. Oh no, there we go, someone's just gone around the outside of me at this time. It's the guy in a white helmet, no idea who that was, but it looks like we got a good run down towards hairpin one, down the inside. Are we going to be able to get a move done on Christopher Heath? No, we're not. We've got Garrett O'Connor right in front of us, who's just holding on there. Christopher Heath now trying to have a look down the inside of Garrett O'Connor's. We have a little look trying to go around the outside of Christopher, but it's Garrett's there as well, and there's that chap in the black and orange helmet who keeps saying hello to me. I have no idea who he is, but he's going to go around down the inside into pylon. Now I'm going to follow him through into pylon corner. We get past Garrett and we get past Christopher, taking the lead of the super heavyweight class, now heading through the final couple of corners, whose names I should remember because I have commentated here in person, but now I've completely forgotten them. So we come across the line to finish lap one in P1 for the super heavyweights. You can just see there that chap in the red and white helmet going down the pink and yellow Power Ranger, and now there goes the guy in the black and orange helmet as well. Are we going to have a look down around the outside of hairpin one? We had a little think about it, but decided, well, that was a bit stupid, and then we get overtaken by Garrett O'Connor for good measure, heading now up into hairpin 2, just losing a little bit of time there to Garrett, and we now cut in a seamless bit of editing. We're now on to lap number 3, looking to get past Garrett, but fortunately he's gone and made a mistake. It's very similar to the one that I made at Lid, and now I am back past him. So again, once again, coming back into pylon corner, we've got the pink and yellow Power Ranger right in front of us. We've taken a little bit of a wider exit through pylon corner. Now we're going to have a good run through the penultimate corner into, I think it's Championship Bend is the last corner on this track, but either way, we are now in front of the pink and yellow Power Ranger. Very good move, because as we saw at Lid, they are a fast driver, and we got the move done. I had to do a bit of defending into the first corner, but we got the move done. So we cut forward a few minutes. Within this time, I was on the leader's pace. It was. I looked back, and it was quite incredible, the pace I was setting. It was 43.1, 42.9, 42.8, 43.1, 43.0. It was fantastic. But here we are behind Philip Goodis now, one of our main rivals in this championship. Not quite sure how that happened. He took me out at Clay, and then we have had a number of good little battles since then. Good one at Lid, and even before we got into this season, me and him have had a few scraps here and there, so it's once again good to be racing him here at Rye House. So we're going to have a little look coming into hairpin 1, what's going on up front. There goes that chap in the red and white. I think we were just lapping Stephen Farmer there. I'm pretty sure it's Stephen Farmer. I could be wrong, I've been wrong before, but we're still sticking behind Philip at this point, getting really nice and close at this point, just showing you how sort of congested this track can become in these type of races. Just keeping nice and just keeping towards the back of them, not doing anything stupid, because this is the way my mind works in a race like this. We are leading the super heavyweight class. We don't need to take any unnecessary risks. We're lapping very well, going much better in the race than we did in qualifying, because I can never get a clear lap in qualifying, so we're just doing our own thing at this point. But here goes Philip looking down the inside of the chap in the white and red helmet. He's just overcooked it and run a little bit too wide there. Now we've got an opportunity round the outside of hairpin 2, but Philip shuts the door on us. But we're going to get a nice little switchback heading down towards pylon corner. Are we going to be able to send something round the outside? Yes, we are. And then we've got the inside line for the next part of pylon, and we get the move done. Fantastic stuff there. Really good move, I have to say myself. That all started from Philip overcooking it into hairpin 1, and we now take the position. And normally I know you'd be expecting me to cut forward, but this is all going very well at the moment. This is turning into a really good and strong race for me at the moment. We are now, you can see, taking some beautiful speed through turn 1, and now heading into hairpin 1. Down on the brakes, and you can see there these guys having a little bit of a scrap heading into hairpin 2. As we come into hairpin 2, they've all got locked up, and all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, I've taken almost 3 for the price of 1. A fantastic move as they all got caught up over each other. But the bear of the Kodiak, or Polar, however you want to look at it, whatever creature lives under there, is just able to keep in front of us. But yeah, fantastic little move, and again going really great guns at the minute in this race. Again, at a track that I don't know very well and tend not to be very good at. So yeah, it's the way these things work, isn't it? But we'll see how the rest of this race goes. Still a lot of time to go. We're now 14 minutes into this race. You can see the bear just getting a little bit out of sorts through turn 1. We have a little look down the inside, and again, if I was just a heavyweight, I would have probably thought about sending it there, but I didn't. But it looks like we're trying to go 3 wide out of hairpin 1 into hairpin 2, but that's just never going to work, keeping up with the bear at the moment. As you just look on the right hand side, is his engine hanging off a bit? I think it might be hanging off a bit. We'll see how that goes. I think he's had his issues this season, has the bear, with penalties and whatnot. But he's going well at the moment. But if he gets a black and orange flag for that, that would be a real shame on that one. But we will stick with this battle as bear defending into that corner. I wasn't even thinking about going down the inside, but it looks like he's just got now a move done on that chap in the white helmet. I believe, is that Daryl Snelling? I think it might be, I'm not entirely sure, but either way, here they go, having a proper old ding-dong together. And once again, we're going to try and do 3 wide into the, coming out of hairpin 1, but we just don't quite manage it. So now it is, I'm 99% certain it is Daryl Snelling in front of us. I'm going to call him that. If it's wrong, I apologise. There's really nothing we can do about that. But as we come past this lap car as well, and you can see that he's pointing at his engine. Now, when I was in the race, I have to admit, I thought he was saying, stick on my arse, we're going to keep with the bear. I think what he's actually pointing at is the bear's engine that is slightly hanging off at this stage. I think he's trying to signal to the marshals, but in my head at the time he was saying, stick on my arse, let's catch him. And I found it quite funny being like, well, yes, I'd love to stick on your arse, mate, but the fact is I'm faster than you, so I'm not going to stick on your arse if I'm faster. It's basically what I was trying to say there. But yeah, you can see here taking some interesting lines through these corners to try and get a little bit of a run on Mr. Snelling. Again, if it's wrong, I do apologise, but it looks like we're just still stuck behind him at the moment. He's still tapping the engine, and it looks like we're getting a nice little run through these final few corners. Have we got an opportunity? Yeah, we've got the slipstream. Here we go then. Activate the human DRS, heading down towards the first corner, and we get the move done. And it's quite funny, as we drove past, you might have just seen it, he does just raise his hand to go like, oh, what are you doing? And as I come back here, as we go through here, I just give my engine a little tap as well to say, stick on my arse for now. Obviously, I think he was pointing to the bear's wayward engine, which, as I predicted earlier on, it's almost as if I've been at this race, he does end up getting the black and orange flag, which is a real shame for him. Again, going great guns, that's just a real unfortunate stroke of luck there. But it looks like we're going to have a little look down the inside into hairpin 1. We get that little bit of curl on the exit, but the bear fighting us around the outside, sticking to the track, and actually a very good muscly move getting back past us, so we aren't able to overtake the bear on track. We've got this back marker coming up, but obviously the bear now about to peel in to change carts, and unfortunately there goes his result. Real shame for him, but yeah, again, as we saw with Pritchard at Lid, these things do just happen as we're now coming to lap this guy and carry on with the race. 18 minutes gone, and we're surging forward at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Arguably my best race of the year so far, but is it about to get better into the final 5 minutes? You just see coming up to the back of Ryan Sandel, and I think that's Claudio La Rosa, Stephen Jennings and all that lot, and oh my god, they're all absolutely murdering each other. We've got the discount Jensen Button here, and I think that was Kai Crawford, the one we overtook into there. So you can see there the discount Jensen Button going down the inside. I think that is Stephen Jennings. Again, I'm trying to learn all your names, but not sure if I'm getting them right or not. I like to think of this guy as the madman in the red helmet. Here you go, there it goes, down the inside of the discount Jensen Button, and once again we're going to try and do 3 wide out of hairpin 1, but it doesn't quite work. So we're going to get anything out of hairpin 2? No, it looks like we are not. So we're going to cut a little bit further forward into the final corner where it all went wrong a couple of laps ago. It looks like, oh, it's gone a bit wrong here for Ryan Sandel. Shake of the head. I have a little look down the inside, but that would have been on the grass, and that could have been an absolute disaster. Trying to do something around the outside of Ryan Sandel, but unfortunately down the inside of us we have got Kai Crawford. The first time we've actually been overtaken in this race, but there was nothing I could do about that one. We've got a lap car in the way. We've got to try and get past him as well. It looks like, is that Stephen Jennings like mounting? I think that's Claudio La Rosa in the Mur helmet, and there goes Ryan Sandel taking both of them for one, and Kai Crawford following through. So imagine if I had been behind, hadn't got overtaken by Kai, I could have been following them through as well and getting even further up this grid. But it looks like Claudio and Steve going for a bit of a fight right now. What are we going to do in this situation? Again, remember, I am leading the SHW, don't need to take any risks, so just going to sort of see what happens in front of me and let it all work itself out. So we're coming on to the final few minutes of this race. I think we are on the penultimate lap again. Here goes Claudio La Rosa round the outside of Stephen Jennings at hairpin 2, and now I've got a good exit out of hairpin 2 coming down towards pylon. Are we going to do to Steve what we did to Philip Gooders? No, not quite. Steve just carrying a little bit more speed down the inside, but we are firmly on his arse going into here. Got to be careful, he is an aggressive driver. If you get past him, he is going to try and come back past you at the next opportunity as we come on to the final lap, getting a good run down towards turn 1, but just decided not to send it at that stage. Might have been a bit of a risky move. Don't want to pick up any penalties, don't want to jeopardise my mission. Don't know where Richard is. Actually, no, sorry, I take that back. I do know exactly where he is. He's just in front of this pack. He had an absolute shocker, it has to be said. I think he had an incident on lap 1, and we were coming close to lapping him, but it wouldn't quite turn out that way. But are we going to have anything on Steve coming into these final sets of corners through pylon? My favourite overtaking spot on this track in this race. Nothing working so far. It looks like there's just not quite enough of an opportunity. The guys in front not tripping over each other for once, and it looks like we are going to come across the line to complete what is arguably my strongest race of the year. P13 overall, it was P15 on the road, nearly lapping Richard as well. Oh, it was a fantastic race, and of course it happened at a track that I'm not particularly fantastic at. Again, just the way these things were. Oh look, it's Alex Pritchard. Oh, hello Alex, there we go. Yes, hello there. And there's Mr. Lindy. Oh, go on then, his name's Steve. It's not John, it's not Brian, it's not Aberforth, it's Steve. So we can put that one to bed and we get past the discount Jensen Button as well. So that was race 1, ladies and gentlemen. We are now moving on to race 2, starting in P13. The only way is up. Where can we finish in this race, and how can we extend our championship lead in the SHW? We're going to find out here as we have got this race underway, trying to follow Ryan through on Claudio La Rosa here, but it's not quite worked. We are maintaining position though, heading now down into hairpin 1, just having a little look at the outside of hairpin 1 to avoid the chaos. It looks like we might have got Claudio La Rosa in all of that. Now got the inside line for hairpin 2, and there we go, just getting towards the back of the discount Jensen Button, but we have now got in front of Claudio La Rosa, and it looks like we're going to be set for a very decent race in trying to get into the top 10 until we get taken out by both Claudio and Stephen Jennings, which to say I had some words for that would be a bit of an understatement. Not entirely sure what they were thinking going into that one. You can't do 3 wide into pylon, but they made their decisions, and I have suffered as a result of it. So once again, having a really good first race and then going into race 2, which affected the first race, effectively guaranteeing me the win for the SHW class. And once again, as there goes Bear, I think there's Stephen Gillette in there as well, Peter Gillette even. But yeah, once again, having a really good first race that effectively guarantees me the win of the class, and then getting taken out of the second race. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. So we just got to do a bit of a recovery drive now, make sure that the likes of Pritchard and all the other SHWs don't get too far ahead, and we can score some decent points to basically make sure that we do actually win the race overall. As you can see, we've taken about, I don't know how many positions we've taken on this lap. It's a lot, thanks to that incident as well, and taking a few overtakes on the likes of Tim Randall and a few other SHWs in there as well. We've got this chap in the white helmet, probably just trying to take a little bit too much speed through the first corner. We've now got the line down towards the inside of hairpin 1, but we decided not to go for the absolute send. Again, we don't want to pick up any penalties, want to be safe, want to be secure, and just make sure we get a good result, because we just there'll always be opportunities later on. As you can see here, coming out of the final corner down towards turn 1, we do get that chap in the white helmet. And then now we come onto the back of Stephen Kirk and Christopher Heath, and here we go. This annoyed me. This annoyed me from Christopher. He told me after the race that he knew he wasn't racing me, his race wasn't with me, so he decided to let me go. To which I say, bollocks. We are racing for position. You should make it as difficult as possible for the person behind coming through. I told him that, and I said, look, if in that situation I'm behind you again, don't let me through, fight me, give it a go, because you could still win the race. It could, like, it's gone wrong for me. Who knows what could happen? Don't just let me through in that kind of situation. But either way, that's what happened. Hopefully, Christopher will take that on board, and next time we're racing, maybe we'll see what happens here. But yeah, now we've got Stephen Kirk to deal with here, who still doesn't really know what the whole Sweet Caroline thing was at the start of this race, but we are getting nice and close to him now, heading through pylon corner. He's just got his line a little bit wrong through that one there, and we're now just gaining on him lovely and smoothly. And I think I know what's going to happen on this one. 5 minutes into the race, we are going to now finally get past sort of the main bulk of the back of the field, down the inside into turn 1, and get the move done. So now we are going to set off to find Pritchard, and also I think Philip Goodis is going to rear his head in this one. Again, we've got the chap in the red and white helmet to deal with, though. First, you can just see Philip up there as well. He just cuts me off a little bit into the penultimate corner, which is perfectly legal for him to do, but he has got it a little bit wrong into the final corner. And I think once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to send it down the inside into turn 1. And now here we go then, me versus Philip, part 2 for today, part 6 I think overall, since starting racing Club 100 properly again last year. It's a very good little rivalry this. We do have a lot of racing respect for each other, as I just take a nice wide line through turn 1, down, now coming down towards hairpin 1, and he's just missed his apex there. Now we're going to have a little look. No, not quite, because the track does narrow at that point, heading into hairpin 2, but we are firmly keeping on his arse, heading into, coming down now towards pylon corner. Nowhere near close enough to even think about an overtake, but just trying to set our cart up nicely for the next few corners, where we have been doing a lot of overtakes so far today. Heading now through the final corner. Looks like we did just get a slightly better exit than Philip, heading up towards turn 1. And as we come through turn 1, just trying to take the nice good lines through here. And looks like we have got taken those nice good lines through here. We've got an opportunity down towards hairpin 1. We are quite far back, where we're going to absolutely lunge it down the inside. A proper dive bomb Derek, no turn in Terry, no controversy. What a move, arguably my best move of the season so far. Really enjoyed that one. So yeah, that was basically that for the race. I would have loved to have shown you me hunting Pritchard down, doing all this, doing all that, but unfortunately now you might have just been able to hear me over the sound of the engine. taken out twice in a race. Yeah, there's a reason race 2 has a lot less highlights than race 1, but as you can see, just there's the last little bit I want to leave in there. That was the guy who took me out, trying to go down my inside into turn 1 and just doing a lovely bit of defensive driving to keep him behind. But yeah, that was it basically for race 2. Wasn't a happy bunny, wasn't very impressed with that move from, I think it was Daryl. In fact, I know it was Daryl because I looked at the timesheets afterwards. But he did apologise. He held his hands up and said it was my fault. He apologised. I wasn't having it at the time, but there we go. It is what it is. We did ultimately come home to win the SHW. We came home, finished in 20th place overall, which was enough to win with the combined result of my 13th in race 1. Again, race 1, one of my best races of the year. In fact, my best race of the year, my best race in the SP60 so far. Richard came home in 18th, so the championship, as it stands at the moment, is actually a little bit different to what it was when we did Rye House, because obviously this has come out after Ello Park, which I was not able to go to, so I was expecting the championship to say now Richard in front, me behind, and I have to wait until the drop rounds come in. But ladies and gentlemen, the drop rounds have come in, so this is the status of the championship. As you can see, I am leading by 9 points from Richard with 225 to 216. The funniest thing is that Dickie is thanks to his 4 results, is still in P3. Which I just think is absolutely hilarious. Then you've got Christopher Heath in P4, Stuart Kirk, Pete Gillette, Lee Henderson, Tim Randall with 2 eyes, don't know what happened there, Mark Ford, Simon Lish, Stephen Farmer, and James Fremont, rounding off this the top 12 in the SHW. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes this video. Thank you very much for watching. Obviously, that first race was absolutely blinding, but the second race, just really unfortunate what happened there. We would have probably overtaken Richard and extended our championship lead, but the fact is, we are still leading the championship and the charge is on. Final 5 rounds coming up in a very short 2-month period for the rest of the year. Cannot wait for it. Hopefully we can take home the win. But that is it for me from now. I've rambled on long enough, and the final thing that I shall say for now is ta-ta and farewell.
Well, on the first lap, someone thought that they could go down the inside of me and just took me out. And then, with like less than 10 minutes to go, as I'm onto the back of Richard, yeah, I got taken out again by someone like trying to, I don't know what he was trying to do. Yeah, I still won. But, yeah, I still won overall.
To our winner then, ladies and gentlemen, the super heavyweight class, finishing 16th overall. Our winner is, winning round number 5 in the super heavyweight class in the SP60, Mr. James Johnston. Oh, hang on a minute. James Johnston, I'm fed up with that Charlton Athletic mask, so I brought me own. There we go, up the Blues, champions of Europe. This is what you want to be wearing, James, yeah? 4-2 in 2003. Oh, you beat us 4-2 in 2003. Cool, can you have an even? Oh, was you born then? Just about, okay. Oh, anyway, well done, congratulations. You've done everything. Have you done, John? Yeah, done it all. Yeah, well done, super heavyweights. Up the Blues, James. Alex, you don't necessarily have to, but certainly Joe needs to join me. Come on, Joe, come on.
Oh shit, that's still on.
Paul's with me.
Do you have anything to say to the camera, sweetie?
Lee's with me.
It's coming home.
It's coming home.